weird how they're doing it.
Yeah. And on the, all right, so nothing on the, list to extend. I see on the list here those that are waiting. And the ones that are expiring, the mobile work crew supervisor, is no exam scheduled. Is this not a high demand position? Correct?
They only have one. There's only one position.
Okay.
Which one are you talking about?
Mobile work crew supervisor.
Oh, gotcha.
He started not that long ago. So I imagine he'll be around for a while. Do you think we should order another one? Or wait until he decides to retire? Like I said, he hasn't been here that long. I think he just became permanent like recently.
I probably can wait then, right?
Yeah.
I would say hold off. I mean, at this point in time, just because, we're in such a state of flux right now as to doing any additional hires other than what we have resolutions for.
Okay.
Yep.
Do you need a motion for this?
Yes.
Move to extend the eligible list so that 7A through I.
Mm-hmm.
I'll second.
Okay. And motion to expire the list?
I'll make that motion as well.
A second for that?
Second.
Okay. Okay.
Sorry, I'm a little slow.
That's okay.
All right, now we're on to adoption. Class specs.
Yes.
This was tabled last month, right?
Yes. We
Changed.
had to work on the minimum qualifications. They were very ambiguous. So those have been updated. And they look all right to me, but with what Chuck has here, Chuck from the college, I don't see where this could be non-competitive in any capacity.
Yeah, I see this as being competitive as well.
Absolutely. So he's requesting it to be non-competitive.
Yes. Yeah. These qualifications sound familiar for like administrative assistant type people, so I don't see where it would be non-competitive. He's saying that that there's so many parts to this job that they could never find a scope that would encompass all of it, which I'm sure they will.
I think it would encompass mainly finance and HR.
Yeah.
I mean, those are the two skills scopes that it would fall under just by reading what was in there in a way of payroll and accounts payable and the financial administration piece as well as HR. I mean, someone who's got a HR business or business background with some HR experience probably qualify for something to be able to have the scopes to do this.
Yeah. Yeah. We could submit it non-competitive, but I think they would laugh at us.
I think there's just very specific scopes we could work from this.
Yeah, I wouldn't, utilize our requests for non-competitive on a position like this. So that's clearly.
Right. Yeah.
So.
Okay, so I will change it to competitive.
But as competitive.
Okay. So the motion to adopt the class specification?
Yes, motion.
Okay,
It's like a,
okay. All right. This next one was tabled pending notification of the municipalities, other than the highway department, and Rachel has notified them. It was kind of like, we're going to notify them and they don't get any input into changing it or discussing it.
was there any feedback from any of the towns?
No, they were all fine with it.
Okay, thank you, Rachel.
Yep.
I'll make a motion to approve this.
I'll second.
Okay. All right. All right. So,
Move to the duty statements.
the first one is our administrative services specialist that we're going to make competitive.
Ah, yes, okay.
It came in looking all weird like that. Rachel, you couldn't find it on the front end, so Rachel printed it off from our end of the computer system.
I was wondering what. I thought that was a little odd. At first, I thought it was a flow chart or something, but
Yeah,
Yeah,
this is sort of from working from home.
and we never got it, so we only got it in this format.
okay.
Fine.
So I will change that to competitive.
Correct.
All right. And recycling attendant. Are they changing that from sub to part-time, Rachel,
Correct.
for the tar?
Yes.
Okay, so that's just a cleanup.
Which, thank God, Denise and Rachel have been doing a lot of cleanup with the tars to the point where we're going to be down to just the major ones we need for highway and the DA's office. Once this is all over, to be able to work on those, especially once we have a highway superintendent.
Mostly Rachel. I will definitely give her credit for that.
Well, thank you.
Well, thank you guys. I appreciate it because it's one less thing on the table of to do once we get back into the office.
Absolutely.
Yeah, hopefully at some point we'll be all done with them.
Is the MEO for Port Byron, is that a TAR 1-2 or is this a new position for them?
That's tar also.
Okay. Thank you.
I'll have to add that.
The next one?
Review. Okay,
Okay.
so
Do you need a motion on those, or those are all set?
we need a motion on that.
I'll move to accept the new position duty statements, changing A from non-competitive to competitive.
Okay.
And I will second.
Changing A to competitive. Other two. Okay. And the only other thing we have is
Can I ask
the
about-
exam schedule.
Can I ask about 13? And maybe this isn't for public session. Any feedback from our action last month?
Oh, there was no feedback.
Okay, thank you.
Mhm.
Sorry, didn't mean to cut you off. But
No, that's fine.
Oh, that's good. Okay, thank you. Good, good. Thanks for remembering that.
Yeah, I haven't heard anything about it. So, and there was nothing there when I was there the other day.
Okay.
Nothing.
no disciplinary actions, etc.
Nope.
No appeals.
Nope.
Exam schedule. So, Lisa, the 25th is officially canceled, right?
Yes, the April 25th was canceled because the state had requested, sent an email saying, hey, are we going to do it or not? And that's where we had that email back and forth between us. We do have to make a decision today on the May 16th exam. I assume you would want to postpone that one as well because of the pause and the closure of schools remaining through May 15th.
That's where I would lean. I don't want to speak for Bruce, but I'm curious. And number 17, communications received. There was some communication received. And see that in the email. What did that speak to with regards to? Basically, they're leaving it up to us.
That was just like, and through email, correct, Lisa?
Yeah,
That they contacted you?
it was for the April 25th one and saying that, to look at your May 16th one. But it's still up to us whether or not we want to postpone or have it. I would say the safe bet is to postpone at this point in time, and
Oh, yeah.
that when we get towards the end of the month, before we have our next commissioners meeting, we should have a better idea about the June 13th date.
Yes, I certainly think the May 16th is too close to the 15th. It's likely that, it's possible, I guess, that school could be closed to the 31st. Right next would be the next extension would be my guess. So, my thought is to postpone May 16th exam. What about you, Bruce?
I do agree.
All right, so I'll make a motion to postpone the May 16th, 2020 date until a date to be determined.
I'll second.
Okay.
So on
Yeah.
that same note, we've canceled or 4 testing dates and maybe a dozen tests.
Yeah.
Will the state reschedule these for a date that we have to hold them, or do we get to choose when we hold them?
At this point in time, I'm waiting to hear back from Stephen from the state because I asked him about that, and all he replied back was good question. So at this point in time, I know that they're looking at rescheduling and maybe doing more doubling up in the fall, but I haven't received any clarity on that as of yet, of whether or not it's going to be a determination that we get to have some say in, or if it's just going to be done strictly by the state itself, because it's not just 2 exams we're dealing with, and there are several that have already had not only the exams that we've canceled, but 2 other exams dates that were canceled for other municipalities, as well as regular state, all state exams that they've had to cancel. So there's a large number of exams that they have to reschedule at this point in time, and the logistics with that.
Yeah. Okay. So wait and see.
Basically, yeah. And like
Yeah.
I said, I haven't heard anything back yet from Stephen, who I originally emailed about it to see how that was going to go, if it was going to be dates that we were going to be able to pick, or they were going to end up picking it now that we're further out.
Yeah.
Part of it becomes a logistic issue, right? I mean, how many tests can we fit in a room, and is the room always going to be available too? So a lot of people are going to probably try to be scheduling a lot of things, I would think.
Yeah, we're probably gonna be fighting with the city.
Right.
Yeah.
For state.
So maybe we'll have to send a basket of muffins to the BOCES to get a leg up.
Good idea. Mhm.
Okay, so I will contact the state regarding us postponing the May 16th date.
And I'll send the letters out. I'll send the emails. I'll do the letters, have Chelsea send the letters out, and then we'll have Chelsea call also as it gets closer, just as a reminder.
Okay. And Rachel, if you can just update saying that test date, and I'll let Monica know to add that to the main COVID list.
Okay, I will.
Thank you, ma'am.
You're welcome.
Okay, so I don't know if you guys want me to just run through the HR report or
Sure.
questions regarding it. We're mainly working remotely with a rotating schedule coming into the office to reduce the number of employees in the building per the government's executive order, as well as the chair of the ledge's orders. We're having our department is meeting and having our own kind of catch up sessions and communication on Tuesdays and Thursdays to keep communication at the forefront and any needs that anybody has or any issues that comes up. A lot of time so far has been spent with employee questions about the changes that have taken place with the new legislation, the executive orders, the federal and state mandates as a result of COVID. One of the biggest questions most people had was regarding how they were going to be paid if they were part-time versus full-time working remotely, and family first leave and emergency FMLA eligibility. And I'm tracking all that on an Excel spreadsheet of people that were denied or approved, and also making sure that we have the necessary documentation for tax credits to the federal government. We've been sending out emails to all employees regarding telemedicine, mental health, employee assistance programs, fitness programs, and educational programs for kids with people with children, especially while they're teleworking over this month. We're all working on different projects, including updating orientation, electronic records for getting everything electronic for employee records for faster access. I'm also working on the criminal justice audit reports that I've got to get completed in the next 30 days. There's 2 of them based on our 2 ORIs that we have. And I've also been assigned to be part of a subcommittee assessing fiscal and employment challenges during the crisis, doing a lot of data analysis and polls, as well as we're meeting twice a week on that. And as of yesterday, Aileen has made me the point chairperson for the steering committee once we have the public hearing for disbanding the Public Works Department and making it back to Parks and Rec, building maintenance, and highway, of trying to find a highway superintendent, which we already have on Indeed, ZipRecruiter. We just resent it out again electronically through Barb, and I'm updating our New York State government jobs listing for that.
Okay.
And all the other fun stuff in between. So that's all I have. Do you have any questions regarding any of those things I just covered?
Do we have anything at Ways and Means tonight that you foresee as a discussion item? Or-
I'm sorry, you came out kind of gargled. What was that?
Yeah, there's an echo. I'm not sure why.
Okay. Could you just
Ways and Means tonight, anything on the agenda that you've got to address or be a part of?
I have my usual report, and then there's going to be a couple of positions that are going to be under review in the Ways and Means Committee. Because they've got some resolutions
Okay.
that are dealing with the dealing with comp time for the non-bargaining during the COVID timeframe. There was a bunch that were tabled, and that was the major one that they may be looking at, as well as probably questions regarding the Family First COVID Response Act in case any of the employees contacted legislators directly. There could be a possibility of that. I don't think there's anything else. There is going to be a legislative meeting afterwards that I have to be a part of. It's in executive session. But other than that, nothing that I think should be coming up. We do have that issue that Mr. Lattimore brought up at the Ledge meeting regarding out of title work. A grievance settlement has been reached with one individual who Mr. Lattimore was vocalizing for at the last Ways and Means Committee meeting. That has been reviewed by Bond, Shenick and King that I wrote up. They tweaked the settlement slightly. It's been signed off on by Aileen, and I'm just waiting for the union to sign off on that to be able to put that grievance to bed. And that's all that might come up as far as I know at Ways and Means.
Okay.
To have you guys be part of the live stream, do you want me to send it to, do you want to just do it on YouTube, or do you want to actually have access for any vocalization? Because that's going to be YouTubed in a little while through the county website.
I'm fine just streaming it, I think. But
Okay.
Yeah, that's fine with me too, Lisa. I did reach out to Chris Petras and just let him know if there's any that we'll be watching it on the live stream, and if he needs anything from the commissioners, just let us know. We can call him, and he was fine with that.
Okay. Yeah, because I still have to give them my verbal report. And usually they have questions about something they like to add on.
Right.
That's part of the agenda. So I'm just prepped for that just in case.
Sounds good.
All righty.
Anything else for the good of the order?
So next meeting is the 19th at 3:30 again, correct?
Mhm.
Yeah.
Correct. And then we have our monthly meeting that's going to be on May 2nd.
Correct. Let me make sure.
Not May 2nd.
Not May 2nd.
That's a Saturday.
Oh, sorry.
We can if you want.
All the days are the same.
Yeah, right. Was it May 5th, I think we were looking at?
Yeah, we were looking at May 5th, which is Cinco de Mayo.
2 o'clock?
2 o'clock, correct.
Yes.
And the 19th. And the 19th. I guess we won't know, we'll discuss at our sort of working session about whether or not that will be remote or in person on the 19th, right?
Correct.
At the moment.
The second definitely would be remote just because of the continual
Right. New York
pause
Post.
until the 15th.
Yep, that's fine.
All right.
All right, and as you guys know, whatever, if you need anything in between, let us know.
Okay.
Nope, we appreciate it.
Sure. we will keep in touch. And motion to adjourn, can I make?
I'll second.
All right, and it is 4:06. Okay.
Excellent. All right.
See you guys at 5:30.
All right.
Yeah.
Thank you everyone for putting this together.
Thank
Yeah,
you.
thank you very much, everybody. Keep up the good work.
Bye, guys.
Thank
Thank you.
All right. Bye.
Bye.